What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Guys, you ever buy a product that you're so pumped to put on, all that excitement, you guys finally put it on, and then it doesn't meet your expectations? Well, that's this kind of video today. So, as you guys know, a few months ago, as you guys can tell, we're in the CRV. A few months ago, we installed the Truhart 02 to 06 CRV coilovers, and I was super pumped because that means proper ride height. You know, coilovers, they're good. You get good ride, good everything, right? Or you should. If you're spending $900+ on coilovers, you're gonna be getting a good product. At least that's what I like to think. So let me just start off by saying that it did not meet my criteria. It did not meet my expectations. I'm honestly really let down. Anyways, we got a crap load of spring bind in the front. So when you're turning, all you hear is clunk, 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 clunk. It's really annoying. And Rick and I from Garage 16 have emailed Truhart many times, and they keep telling us, oh, you guys gotta grease the pillow ball. My question is, why, as a customer, do we have to do something that should have been done from the manufacturer already, right? But that's the email they keep saying to us. So it's honestly crap. I hate this suspension, guys. But before we dive more into this, I'm gonna go get a coffee and top up the CRV with gas, because I found a gas station that's at a decent price at this time of the day. So we're gonna go top that up. So yeah, you guys just bear with me. You hear that? You guys hear that? You hear that little clunk? It's freaking annoying. It's annoying. Everywhere you turn, it's clunk clunk. But yeah, for those who have this coilover setup, they know what I'm talking about. It's really annoying. I really hate it. It's just annoying in a sense that, like, you're trying to park sometimes, and there you go. See, it's just going clunk, 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 and people just start to stare at you. Not to mention, the spring rate is so soft, I guess you could say. The impact when it takes the hit, even the slightest little bump sounds like you're going through a pothole, and it's horrible, to the point where it's like, picture yourself in an EF in like the early 2000s, and you get the eBay coilover sleeves, and that's what you're going through. Like, every time you hit it, a bow, bow, bow. That's the best I can describe. And I'm gonna take you through a road that I don't have the slightest bumps, but this car bottoms out all the time. The shock, the spring rate sucks so much, and like, you know, when you're just so mad because the first 3 weeks I had this coilover setup, it was wonderful. The car handled great. Don't get me wrong, there are some plus sizes, and we'll get to that later on in this video, but it was just such a letdown. Any other coilover offers you dampening. I honestly thought they had dampening when I got these, and they didn't. They have camber plates, which obviously help with the camber in the front. My dude, just pull into the driveway. Yeah, so they don't even offer you dampening. So, you hear that? That was a light bump. That was a light bump. The spring rate in the rear, see? The spring rate in the rear is so horrendous. Oh, man. Guys, I'm telling you, do not buy this coilover setup. The spring rate is just horrible. The shock impact sounds 10 times worse than it actually is. The slightest little bump, guys. I can't stress that enough. Like, I'm so mad. I spent $900 on coilovers that you think are going to be good, because on other applications they appear to be good, nice ride, nice everything, and then you own it and it's the shittiest ride. Guys, I don't like to bash any manufacturer, but I'm sorry, Truhart, you guys suck. Your coilovers are shit. You would think for a light SUV, you guys would give it a stiffer spring rate. Never mind the whole fact that there's no dampening. Just give it a stiffer spring rate for the rear. Like, this thing is so bouncy. This is more bouncy than my goddamn freaking Skunk 2 lowering springs on RSX shocks that I had on this thing. That's how bad it is. Right? Like, I can honestly tell you guys. If you guys are obviously looking for coilovers, I don't know how the God speeds are. I don't know how the Megan coilovers are. Although I have been in a 7th gen with Megan coilovers and it wasn't the greatest, to be honest with you. I honestly, given the circumstances, I would go buy a set of RSX K2 coilovers, the K1s, right? I got those on the Mugen EL. They're amazing. And then buy the RSX tie rods. So that way you can make it work and align everything properly. You're almost as better just buying RSX coilover setup for this application than buying the actual coilovers made for our CRVs. The Truhart coilovers are just shit. Now, there is one plus side. You guys want to slam the crap out of this thing? These coilovers will do that. They will slam this thing. They'll put this thing on the floor. You will be tucking tire and tucking a good portion of your wheel. There's so much room to slam this thing. But like all static slam cars, they all ride like shit. So if that's what you guys are into, you guys want to do the stancy stand stuff with your CRV, then yeah, go ahead. This application is good for you. You guys will get the maximum drop that you guys want, 110%. You know what I mean? But if you're like me, who has this as a daily, you want it to look nice, tastefully lower it and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't even lowered it even more yet because this is still how we lowered it for the winter time. I'm waiting to get the K-Tune control arms for the rear. I was thinking of getting the Truhart coil, the rear lower control arms from an RSX for this. But after seeing how crap this suspension is, I don't even trust anything Truhart anymore. So I'm waiting to purchase the K2 control arms from an RSX, and we're gonna put that on, and then obviously we're gonna lower it. The fact that I have to I have to replace the coilovers on my Spooniest one, which is gonna be the K1s from K2. Guys, K2, hands down, they're the best coilover setup on the market. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I mean? The Mugen EL handles amazing. Like, and I have it, the rear super stiff and the front is like halfway, so it's a nice comfortable ride. I just hate the back end jumping, so I always max out the dampening. So the fact that I gotta do that with the Spooniest one, I'm gonna take the stiff springs that are on the Spooniest one's coilovers right now, because the shock itself, they're still good, but they have a lot of stress crack from when we had the built motor and everything else. I'm gonna take the springs from that one and I'm gonna slap it on these coilovers, just because, well, one, I'm not just gonna throw $900 out the drain now, so I'm gonna use them until they blow, and then I'll switch these things to K2s. But till then, I'm gonna use those stiff springs to see if it helps the ride a lot more. Like, this is a very disappointing purchase, guys. Really. I know in the video I made when we installed them, I was super pumped, which I generally was. I was super pumped because, you know, but my buddy has Truharts on his cars. Other friends of mine and other people I know have Truharts, and they swear by it. They say it's an amazing ride, it's comfortable. Like, David's TLX is amazing. I know you're comparing two chassis, right? And he doesn't even have dampening. So you would think a big ass heavy car like a TLX, all-wheel drive and everything, then it's not too far off from the CRV. They actually, believe it or not, weigh almost the same. And the fact that his ride's amazing and this ride's like shit makes me mad, because we both paid the same amount and he's getting a better result than I am. I don't know why Truhart just doesn't offer a stiffer spring for the CRV. Surely people have complained to them, and the whole spring bind, Like, their customer service sucks. Oh, just put lithium grease on it and it'll help it. Guess what? I've put lithium grease. I've emptied a bottle on those pillow joints. We've even taken it apart and put lithium grease. Guess what? They didn't fix the problem. The fact that they don't want to honor it and like send some new shocks is a piss off. You know, even G16 is upset with that because, you know what I mean, like, they want customer satisfaction too, and if they're pushing a brand that's not helping the consumer, it also makes them look bad, right? So guys, my honest opinion, screw this coilover setup. Unless you guys are gonna do stancy stand stuff, static stuff, where you want it on the ground, you know it's gonna ride like shit, then this is for you. I think this is what this suspension is actually meant for. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you are a stancy stance boy, you want this thing on the ground, you don't give a shit, you want to scrape frame and everything, that's what this is good for. Or a shit ride just to slam the car and tilt your wheels. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going over little bumps, and you know, the front actually absorbed really well. I will give it that. The front absorbed really well. The absorption is more like the rear that pisses me off. See, light bump, big bang. It ticks me right off, especially for you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I could save you guys $900 or whatever it is in the States or wherever you guys are, I don't know how much coilovers are in the States there for you guys, but here in Canada these things cost me $900. If I could save you guys that kind of money, then I'll be ecstatic. Honestly, just go with the K-Tune ones if you want like a nice drop, reliable, like awesome ride. That's the coilover to go with. That's the best I can say. See the bounce? I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but like it's just like bang, 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 bang. Oh, how much I hate this. And the best is like if you have passengers in the back, like so when I have the kids in the back, buddy, it's like the struts are coming through the strut tower. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Guys, do yourselves a favor. Buy 02 to 06 Acura RSX Honda Integra Type R DC5 K-Tune K1 coilovers. Then make sure you buy the tie rods from a DC5 RSX and put them on your second gen CRV. And I promise you guys, we got 12-way dampening, a perfect spring rate. Even though it's made for an RSX, believe me guys, perfect spring rate. And they offer different spring rates too, so if you get stiffer and everything. That's the beautiful thing about K-Tune. I know a lot of people bash K-Tune, but K-Tune, guys, they make great parts. I have a bunch of them on my other builds. Proven. They're great. I'm telling you guys, put those on your car and you guys will have yourselves a wicked setup. I promise you that. So yeah guys, that's pretty much my consensus of the suspension. This is the ride height that it's currently on with the Type Bs, as you guys can see, but obviously we're gonna go much lower once we do the control arms because I want to do everything in one shot. But guys, avoid purchasing Truhart. Just get the K-Tune suspension or BC, anything RSX that's better than the Truhart. Although you do get a nice stance to it, you can slam this thing. Like, I have so much more that if I wanted to, I can slam it right up to here, all the way around. So if you're a stancy stance guy, this is the suspension for you. If you want to do it on your CRV, but not for me. So that's gonna do it for the review. Give you guys a little cinematic of the CRV and close it off, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. I don't know what I'm gonna record next, if it's gonna be CRV, Civic, or EL, but I promise you I'll be giving you guys some more videos. Just not gonna be doing it as much as I normally do, just taking a little bit of a break and recharging the batteries, I guess you could say. So Guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.